Hey guys, this is John Adams, and today I'm going to be making a video on a a few YouTubers or stuff. They've been saying a lot of really bad stuff about video games, misrepresenting video games, and saying a lot of garbage about they've been saying a lot of garbage about video games recently, and it's really weird. Like like you've got people like that Andy Pants person who's literally a liar. He lies. Like Skull and Bones, that game. Like he supported that game and said he loves to play it before becoming super political and talking about how he hates woke games and how the 2000s was the only good time for video games and stuff like that. But again, I'm not gonna get into them. I mainly want to talk about like games and being political because they've always been political, basically. When people come to you and be like they've never been political and they get angry over an armor coating, an LGBTQ plus armor coating. These guys are stupid. They have no spine. Like like if you see an armor coating and that makes you angry, it's stupid. Like these guys have no spine. Like you know, like because there was an LGBTQ plus armor coating, and there was like a few guys who made videos on it, full on videos, complaining about an armor coating in Halo. Like who cares? Who cares? I don't. Like, does it affect me? No. And and in my opinion, like when people say games aren't political, for instance, uh, Fallout was always awesome. Fallout, you were the Giga Chad in Fallout. Well, no, in Fallout, there's actually a place in Freeside where there's prostitutes, right? There's three prostitutes. One is an old woman, right? And then one is a gay dude, and then one is some other girl. And Fallout's a role play game, right? It's a role playing game, so if you want to, you can romance the male characters or the female characters, or you can be a male and romance the or you can be a male and romance the female characters, or you can be a woman and romance the male characters. You can do all of that in the Fallout games. That's one of the things Fallout has always been about. And I'm not and if anybody goes like, "Oh, you're lying." I'm not lying. Fallout has always been about that. Because that's what Fallout's always been about. And you say, "Well, they're putting my politics in it. They're putting politics in the video games." Video games have always been about politics. Like Halo, there's always been guns in Halo. Call of Duty, there's always been guns in Call of Duty. That's what both franchises are mostly about. When people say games are political, it looks like it's so goofy. It falls flat. Like like uh like like in Halo, like you play as the Master Chief and you're fighting the Covenant, and like I mean it has nothing to do with real world religion. Halo is not connected to religion. Like the Pope doesn't like the Pope has nothing to do with Halo. Like I mean, like for instance, but like I mean, the three prophets are based off of like the Pope though, but there's kind of three of them in like there's three prophets though, you know, and yeah, and then so it's and then so the prophets betray uh they betray the Sangheili and then side with the Jerohani and give the Jerohani power over the Covenant, and then it starts a civil war, right? And like I mean, it has religious themes, right? But Halo isn't religious. Halo isn't telling you to go to the Vatican and go, you know, be with the Pope or go do prayer with the Pope, you know. And it's like the same with and like I mean and like and it's like a lot of creators like and then the Asmongold guy, a lot of them are just like they don't like they lie and they're really good at lying and they like lying a lot about like certain things and people are just okay with it and they never expose what they're doing and it's laughable. Like these people are just so stupid. They believe liars over people who know what they're talking about. Like I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a liar. And then I say that, and they're like, "You're lying." Like I'm like, "What am I lying about? What am I lying about?" Like it's so dumb. And they act like Halo's never been political. Call of Duty's never been political. You carry weapons in those games. Like in most of them, like in most of them, you're fighting. You know. And like I mean, like Wendigoon, like that. I mean, I don't really like him actually. Like Because like I mean, I don't know, like he's too close with the he's too close with like the Catholic Church. Those guys are weird. Honestly, they're really weird. And like they think they're for us. All these guys think they're for us. They'll use all these buzzwords usually to like say things, and like they'll use all these buzzwords and be like, well, and you'll use all this stuff to like say things about like video games. And wait, I'm gonna go get a cover of video game to show you like like they think that you're not carrying weapons in these video games basically. you know it makes no sense. you know like and a lot of them misrepresent what what they misrepresent everything. Like for instance, on the cover you can see here of Halo Wars 2, you can see Atriox with his mace here. There's scarabs in the background. It's the like UNSC fighting the Banished, and like look, you can see here they're fighting. That's fighting. Like are they like hugging and stuff? Are they? No, they're fighting. Like, these are simple concepts that these brainwashed people don't understand nowadays. And when people are like, "Oh, I used to like gaming, but it became political." All of them are political. You are fighting in most of the games. Like it baffles me. Like you're not going to like do like you're not going to like like you fight the banished. You use your hands. You use your gun. You bout with your weapon. I mean, and that's what the games are about. You know, and it's not about Veterans Day. Like I'm like when people compare like and be like hate like uh like these games are like about real life veterans experiences. I mean, they're about warfare, right? But they don't. These are like this. Like Halo is science fiction, right? Or whatever. It's science fiction, so it's not based on reality, though. I mean, the Marines are similar to the U.S. Marines and stuff, but it's not based on reality. These are not like you don't see them in like because Atriox is in like a in like an armored like suit. They don't have that technology nowadays, and they use energy weapons and energy technology like like play use plasma weapons and stuff like that. That's what the Covenant uses, and the Banished also like reuses that. But do we have like we is there any alien species fighting us in our timeline? No, no, and there never probably will be. You know. So when you see all these guys say video games have never been political, they have always been political. And I mean, say what you want about 343. If you believe that they're not good for Halo and they've done some bad things, I believe yes, they've done a bit of bad things. Halo 4 is a mixed bag. It is good and bad, and same with Infinite, and then Halo 5 and it's just like the gap and the fact that there's just not that much like the more stuff in the story is revealed in the books than in the games. And that's kind of one of the major problems. Like we like not revealed, but like there's more books than there is like games. Like we want more of like the stuff in the stories to be put into the games or something. That's what people want, which is just normal to want. It's good. That's good if they want that. And the books aren't bad though. The books are good to read. If you like reading, then read the books. There's no I don't think the books are like there should be no Halo books. Like they're good. The books are good. And and it's stupid. And they say Halo Infinite's bad. Like I seen one of the and you wanna know what the Andy Pants person used for his thumbnail? He used an AI image. Are you that uncreative? Are you that uncreative? Like like and these games have always been political. Like for instance, Metro, like and it's not like, oh, the glory days are over. We don't have video games like this anymore. People still have video games like this. We'll still have good video games coming out, but you're such a wuss that you would rather, you know, be like, we'll never have anything good again. Always be like sad. There'll never be any good video games anymore. There will be. You just need to hold out hope. You know, like come on. Like all these guys and same with And then there's that Ren's review guy. He's kind of an idiot. I mean, like some of their opinions are just stupid. Like, and I mean, I mean, I used to watch it, but like a lot of the things they say are stupid. It's very backwards, most of the stuff they say, and it's not honest. They lie and they use their tactics to like push their agenda. And they don't like or support like if they can talk bad about Halo Infinite, they'll go on the mic, they'll go on YouTube, make a video and be like, the campaign's even bad. It's garbage. Never, don't even play it. And then they say you have copium because you're coping. Yeah, I'm not coping. The game's campaign is good, okay? But again, it has its issues. Every game has its issues, okay? Halo hasn't, it's not been doing too well, I guess, and then just like 3 hasn't done too many good things with the franchise, but they're also not too bad. I mean, they've done some bad things, right? But they're not the worst. When people say they're the worst, 343 has ruined Halo. If you want to have that opinion, sure, you know. But I mean, you can have whatever opinion you want if you think that. But there's a caveat. If you think like like Halo 4 was not that bad. It was not the worst thing to happen to humanity. I mean, some things worked in the game, some things didn't. And yeah. And like the multiplayer was not a good launch. It was a disaster. Yeah, it was not really good. It was a disaster. I'm not saying it isn't. And just and because like 343 is not just terrible. Every game they made was not like I mean there was elements you could like of like Halo 4 and Halo Infinite. And there was elements you could like. The campaign was good for Halo Infinite, but again, it left it on a cliffhanger, and that's the problem with like Halo Infinite 5 and 4. There's a cliffhanger and stuff. But like again, I'm just but like I mean for like all games, for most things, like they never been played like Max Payne, like you're fighting like gangsters in like Brazil and stuff like, and then when they say these games have never been political, they've always been political in most like and then like they've always been about like political. They're not about politics. Like I mean, there is politics within the games about like with different stuff, but or whatever. But like I mean, they're not conservative video games. They're not profiting themselves off as like conservative video games about video games. But but they're good video games. Like you know, I mean, not all video games are good, but most are good. And so when they constantly talk bad about video games, they talk bad and they use their platforms to just dig it in the mud. They dig it in a grave you know, and they just like they are angry over colors, crowns. You draw with crowns, and they're upset over that. It's goofy. It's funny, and that's the main thing. It's funny. It's like laughable. People are like, huh, you're just woke. I'm not woke. It's funny. It's funny that people are up are in uproar about an armor coating in Halo Infinite. Like, I thought we were smart and we were kind of intelligent, but I guess we're not. I guess we're kind of dumb. And like it's all these guys. Like they always want to talk like smack about everything. It's like they say video gaming is dying. It's all it's all like evil and it's led by DEI and it's disgusting to see. It's disgusting. It's garbage. And these guys are just putting stuff in the mud. Like they they use their platforms to speak and say whatever they talk about. You know. I mean, for instance, like the Black Myth Wukong game, that game. Like the Chinese developers, that they're a bit weird. They're a bit weird. I will admit they're like well, not I will admit. I mean, I just mean they're weird. They're weird. You know, they said some weird stuff. I don't know. They disagree with and they and it's like all Western games are bad. Not all Western games are bad. Us Westerners can still make good video games, and most of the things you see are you can play because we live here in the Western society. If we lived in Russia, would they let us play these games? No. They think it would harm the youth. That's why they don't give. That's why you can't purchase this stuff. That's why, like oh my gosh, like it's funny. They try to make up this stuff, even though those governments literally just hide all the problems. And it's stupid. It's stupid, and then it's so dumb. It's so dumb how they try to make it about everything. They try to. they try to I'm trying to say all this stuff, and I don't agree with a lot of like those creators because they're wrong in a lot of things they say. I mean, like for instance, like Wolfenstein 2 was a bit like weird, like with some of the stuff in the game. It was like goofy, like with like with supporting like anti-American like group in the game. It was weird, obviously. Like I don't get it why BJ Blazkowicz wouldn't be against them. Like, but like the New Order was good. The Old Blood was good. Wolfenstein 2 was still a good game as well. It was like it was still really like a good game, right? Like there was people on both sides, both were dumb. Like I mean, but both guys on both sides were dumb. Like some of them would be like, I don't want this woke stuff in my game. But a lot of those guys were stupid. And then you had people on the other side being like, well, I mean, like it's all like I mean, like who cares? I mean, like it's a video game. I mean, I know it's a video game, right? But I mean, it's just a bit dumb. Some of the scenes in the game were dumb. They weren't as like because in the first game, like it was like you know in the first game it was like good and stuff, and there was just some weird scenes in the game, and it just was really dumb. I don't know, it was just kind of dumb. But that's kind of just how it is. That's how it is. You know, and so I just kind of wanted to make this video talk about how dumb that is, like how stupid that is. Like when you got people complaining about stuff like that, I think we have a problem. Like, there's a problem. Like like nowadays, we don't need media checked. Like I mean, media should be checked, but I mean like it shouldn't be like policed or whatever. There shouldn't be they sap the fun out of everything they say. It's never been political. Well, I mean it's not. I mean you can do what you want in Fallout. The whole point of Fallout's a role playing game. That's the whole point. And people don't get that. It's so stupid. That's the whole point. You know, I mean, like it's you do what you want in the game, really. Okay. I mean, you make up your decisions and do what you want. And then, because I don't bring up anything like real now. I mean, Call of Duty has like declined in like being really about like with like the weird like they have weird skins and stuff. Well, not like weird skins, but like they have like Nicki Minaj's skin and other stuff, and it just kind of like decreases the value, like because the games used to be about like I mean like the older games, which are good, but if you stay in the past for so long and think about and you stay in that past and you believe this is the only good game, and there's even like one guy that was like Black Ops 2 is a horrible game. Black Ops 2 is one of the good games. Like what? Like when these people have stupid opinions, it makes everybody else look bad. Like he's like Black Ops 2 is horrible. Black Ops 2 is good. What? You know? Only Black Ops 1 and World at War were good. No, that's part of the good games. There was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. All three of those were good. And we got Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and then or well, World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. All those games were good, you know. And then after that, like I mean, it depends what you want to think after that. Like Black Ops 3 was still really good. The zombies was really good. Everything was good there, but it was more or less a slow decline. And like other like parts of and there was still some good stuff they were putting out a bit, but for the most part it was a decline. Like Black Ops 4 with Battle Royale, I really did not like that. Like that was really like bad, you know. And it's kind of just like a decline. Like there's some things that are good, and there's some that is bad, like and like but it's whatever you think. If you, like I still play, I still play Call of Duty somewhat. I'm not like if you sit in the past for so long and you don't change and you just think everything's woke nowadays, nothing's good. Well, you gotta wait for something good, and when something good comes, it will come. And when people think nothing good will come, we gotta hold out hope. And some of these guys who are becoming developers are discouraged to do this by these people who they say things and they go like, oh, you're not for Halo. These guys have played these games for a long time. And so when you're discouraging them, even though all you do is sit on there and all you do is you say you're garbage and you say you flip to one side or the other and say you're garbage, and then when people confront you on it, you just run away. And that's what most of these guys do. They run away. You say, hey, like I heard what you've been saying, and they're like, oh, and it's like okay, like yeah, this is gonna be a pretty long video at this point. I've already been like, ranting about this for a while, but it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like it's dumb. Okay, and that's what I want to. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end the video off in a sec. I'll let it hit 20 minutes, I guess. But yeah, and I'll go a little bit more. But like it's just like it's so dumb. Like you got these guys, you know, and they think they're better than everybody else, and they act like they're the top of this food chain that exists, and that everything else doesn't matter. That like they say like video games were never political, were always political. Like and there's multiple examples I can give. Anybody tries to fight me on that, I can give you multiple examples. GTA, you play as a criminal, and it's always been that way. It always has, you know. It's dumb. Like, it's really dumb. Like, those games were always about violence. Like it was always about that. And it's just goofy. Like they try and say why they make my games political, and again, people fail to realize it's a lot like books, and movies and TV shows are also the same. They have the same themes. The same thing. It's never not been about violence. There's violence and other stuff. Like movies, video games, TV shows. Yeah, movies, video games, TV shows, and all that. There's always been stuff like that in them. When people deny that very core fact, so when you start looking, like, are they a lunatic? Do they not know what they're talking about? And it's stupid. And and I don't care. Most of these guys, like, they believe in literally liars, like people who are actually lying about stuff. Like 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 they lie about stuff. Like back then, I know like people were like making fun of like SJWs and some like hardcore feminists who were like trashing on games and stuff. And I mean that would like I mean they were this weird. They were saying all this stuff about video games that weren't true, and I agreed with that, right? I agree, but like there was some guys in that movement that were like weirdos, and they were like they just like they really actually like good women, and they were actually weird, and then nowadays, but like nowadays, we don't make fun of them nowadays. We already, we ran that pipeline dry. Well, most people, they ranted about that for 500 ages and been like, oh, this is the end of everything, complained and complained and complained. And then nowadays, we make fun of the dudes who are being goofy, like the dudes who are saying games are being woke, and the dudes who are saying stuff like this. There's droves of dudes who say games are woke. They're being woke. Everything's woke nowadays. It's all some liberal agenda stuff. It's all communist, good like slop and stuff. And that's what they say nowadays. Because they'll say anything to get people to listen to them, and that's how it works. And then they create these like echo chambers of people who believe what they say, and they keep on propagating it everywhere, getting nothing done. Like what's next? Are they gonna threaten developers of actual good games and tell them to shut down what they do or something? Like it's silly. Like leave them alone. Like leave them alone. What do you think you're doing? You know? Because in my opinion, both of them on both sides are bad. We got radicalist men who think every game is being woke nowadays, even though I mean we don't live in the 2000s anymore. It's 2024 nowadays. Come on, dude. You know, you know, like 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 and like same with like Bioshock. Like in Bioshock, there's the quote like like and there's like that quote in Bioshock like like just wait. Let me go with it up like this. And then there's okay, and then there's Andrew Ryan's quote, which is a man chooses, a slave obeys. You know, because basically, uh, the Fontaine guy, he literally tells you like he gets you up to where Andrew Ryan's at to kill him or whatever, and then he says like, yeah, a man chooses, a slave obeys, and then he tells you to obey, and then like you've been conditioned to kill him, so you take the golf club and then you beat him over the head with it and you kill him. You know, like games have always been like, political. They've always been like violence in them, like always, ever since like back when. You know, like you know, like and people act like it's a myth. It's not. It's not. Like, you know. And this video is super long. I didn't mean to make it super long. I'm going to probably make a shorter video. I did not mean to make this really long. But it's annoying. You know, when I come on kind of I started ranting and I gotta go and I gotta do it. But I'm gonna make a shorter video and then condense the parts down and make like a full video about why I find this is dumb. So this is just kind of a long video that I'm just uploading all of a sudden. Um, but I'll make a better formatted video at another time or whatever. Or like I'll make one soon. But yeah. So yeah. Thank you for watching and goodbye.